How's it going, everybody? This is BeatTheBush. Today I'm going to review this AMIR digital scale. Now I personally selected this scale mainly because it has a limit of 5,000 grams, which is about 11 pounds. You see, I bought this cheapy scale for about $10 to $20 at Target long time ago. However, the limit on this thing is actually 4.5 pounds. You see over here it says max 2,000 grams and a minimum of 1 gram. So the trouble I had with this scale is that I would often ship stuff on eBay, and if I exceed this 4.5 pound, which is really easy to do, then I can no longer use this scale and I have to use a bathroom scale, which means I have to stand on top of it, weigh myself, grab the package, weigh myself again, and do the difference. So if you ever get one of these digital scale, you really have to watch out for the maximum limit. Now if you get one of these, you would have a lot more range because 11 pounds pretty much fits almost everything that would ever ship on eBay. So let me just unbox this for you and show you the features of this thing. This is the front of the package. You see the scale looks fairly sleek. It says it has a tare function, which is pretty typical, large display. It's not particularly that large to me actually. Unit conversion, all right. Maximum weight 11 pounds, resolution 0.01 ounce, large display, high precision sensor, 2 AAA batteries, overload prompt, low voltage prompt. So these are pretty typical features. Nothing else inside. It's interesting, they actually have to put this note here to tell you to remove this blue film. This thing is actually not blue. Instruction manual over here. I think this is straightforward enough that we don't need to read this. The batteries. Over here it says QC pass, QC again, and these 4 legs are the sensors itself. So let me try to remove that film that they're talking about. Looks nice without it actually. You see it has this inverted LCD look. It makes it look kind of nice, I guess. You push the unit to go to kilograms, pounds, ounce, milk. I mainly just want to test out the maximum of this thing for now, so let me just push on it. 11 pounds, 7. This is way beyond what my other scale can measure already. 11. So it says overload if I go over 11. Alright. And then there's this tare function. If you put something on top and it weighs something, you want to zero it out because this is a container of some sort. Then you put this tare. Now it's 0, and then you can measure whatever on top of that. Okay. And then if I remove this, it's gonna show negative. Yeah, negative 11.11 pounds. Turn it off. So I gotta press and hold to turn it off. So this thing is actually really straightforward to use, and it's really good looking as well. I've been reviewing a lot of different products on this channel. I'd say this is probably one of the better looking ones. And when I use it, it just works. This is what I expect a scale to do. Very simple to use. The unit right here, just 2 buttons. And then if I hold this, it turns off. It's a scale, and I expect it to be so straightforward that I don't have to grab the manual to use it, and this is what it does. You'll notice on my old scale, I have a little piece of paper here. This is to disconnect the batteries from the scale so that if the batteries in there, it will not drain the batteries, because if you don't use the scale for a really long time, it tends to drain it over time. It also prevents battery leakage because if you have it slowly draining all the time, it could contribute to your battery leaking all over the place inside this compartment. Now what I wish these guys do is actually have a mechanical on-off switch over here so that I can turn it on and off and actually disconnect the battery from the main unit so it's not drawing vampire power. The little tiny bit of current that these things draw when you have the battery put in means that if you have this in there and you don't even use it, it's going to drain the batteries over maybe a couple months or maybe a year. I'm not sure about this unit. So usually for these units, if you're not going to use it for a really long time, you really just gotta go in here, remove one of the batteries or both of them so that you don't have the battery leaking inside the unit. If you're interested in getting one of these scales for yourself, I'll leave an affiliate link down in the video description below. If you're interested in supporting this channel, I also have an Audible link down in the video description. I have a Patreon over here, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.